Alright, I think we're live.
Hey, we're
Hello.
live.
Hello. Oh, it's a little later than we normally go live.
Yeah.
Have to wait.
Anyone there out in the world?
Usually takes a couple seconds.
I'm impatient. No
Takes
one's
a while.
there.
Maybe everybody's eating dinner.
Possibly.
We just finished eating dinner.
We've been done for a little while now.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah. I cooked.
Yes, you did cook. Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
You're on here by chance.
Oh, it's 7 people. It's 9 people already.
Hey. Hey, everybody. Well, we're getting up there. I guess we can go ahead and start.
Yeah, I guess it'll be more people. We have significantly more subscribers since the last time we went live.
Yeah.
By about 400.
Hey. Hey. Hey, everybody.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah. There's a dog hitting me in the back, in my back,
Oh,
with
yeah,
his
he's
tail.
doing some tail wagging.
Ooh, from Sweden.
Whoa. What time is it in Sweden?
He says he likes your video on Thor trucks.
Thanks. I didn't realize I would somehow end up talking about the 1988 Olympics in that video.
Nothing's
That
going
came out.
on here. I just interrupted Zach. I just interrupted you.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's 1:50?
it'd be 1:50 in the morning, right? Right?
Minneapolis. In the morning? You're from Germany? Ooh, you so international? That's awesome. 1:50 in the morning. Yes, you are on there by chance.
I think I have to wake up at 1:50 in the morning to go to work.
I don't have to do
Pretty close.
anything at 1:50 in the morning, but stay knocked out. Jesus Christ. So,
Model 3 Red's here.
ooh.
We kind of mentioned the Model 3 today. Since your interview.
Someone's from Argentina.
Whoa. The South.
I feel like I'm fighting for camera. Like, slowly inching.
Just get. Is that better?
Yes.
They probably should put it. I should put it more on you because they're probably tired of seeing me. Since it's been me in like the last 7 videos going solo,
Hey.
trying to get it done in the truck.
Hey, if you guys hear a baby in the background, which you're probably about to hear in a few seconds, just know that he's watching baby, whatever, Einstein. It's not look like it's going that well, but he looks concentrated.
It's colors. He just likes it. Just colors and movement.
Ready to get this interview started?
Yeah, do your interview.
Yeah. So, bye. First question. What is your biggest win during the first year of owning your car?
My biggest win?
Yeah, like, oh my God, I triumphed because I did this, because I had an EV. What was your biggest win?
What?
What was your biggest win?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, God. I'm trying to explain it to you. What was your biggest, I guess, greatest achievement? How about that?
I think my greatest achievement is I'm paying off the car exactly as I planned on it.
That's all you have to say.
I wasn't sure exactly what you. Anybody who watched one of the earlier videos know I had this plan using the tax credits and everything and refinancing the car. And it's all going perfectly well. I'll probably have my Tesla paid off faster than I did my Kia sold.
That's awesome. For me.
Yeah, because her car is right after, immediately after mine is paid off, then we can order that Model X.
Okay, so what was cool? Was impressed by your money planning skills. That's nice. Yeah, he did pretty good planning everything out, saving money.
Yeah, the general plan was I was okay with it as long as I got more in tax credits than I'll have to pay in interest. So it's a positive overall.
Now, for the negative of that, what is your least greatest achievement?
My least greatest achievement?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yes, it is time for that Model X. That's the least greatest achievement.
maybe I should have let you tell me the questions before.
I tried to.
I wanted to be natural.
Well, now you thinking.
I would say my least greatest achievement. Are you actually going to ask me about regrets?
No.
Well, my least greatest achievement is cheaping out and not getting the car wrapped. That's more necessary than I thought it was.
Dude, you should. I know he should. I don't know why people don't listen to me, because I'm normally right
Listen to her about what?
about giving you the questions beforehand. I was trying to help him out. Anyways, so you wish you would have wrapped the car. Why did you wish you would have wrapped the car?
Got a couple chips in the hood. That's the main thing, and on the top of the roof in the front. And it seems like more and more when I'm on the interstate riding back, it's like I get stuck behind other trucks that start kicking up stuff, especially those gravel trucks.
So, do you think that would be something you'll get done in the future? Will you have to repaint the car and then wrap it, or do you just wrap it and keep the chips? How does that work?
I'm thinking about going to Baton Rouge. I think it's Baton Rouge Detailing, probably early next year, when I can work some vacation and get it figured out, because they'll need the car for a couple days and get it wrapped over there.
But they won't paint it. They're just gonna wrap it as is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some paint corrections to some of the spots.
Oh, so they will actually correct some little missed spots. Okay. Next question.
I like that they're close. A lot of Tesla owners, they recommend this place in Metairie, and they do really good work, but I don't want to go to Metairie to do it.
That seems like you can just get more chips on the way there. Just kick it. Just add to it. Someone asked, what is the process? Do you know of wrapping the car?
It looks like they clean it really good, and they have this film, and I think they kind of use computers to cut out the size they need, and from what I've seen, it looks like they kind of just put it on there, and I don't know if they squeegee it out or how it works. I just know it protects the car. That's
Okay.
I don't want any more chips. I'm trying to keep this car for a long time.
Okay. So, next question. What do you dislike about your Tesla?
The thing I dislike the most is
I know what it
getting
is.
in and out.
Really? That's
Yeah,
okay.
like, because I have to it's like you have to squat down. I'm about 6'2", but I'm kind of lanky 6'2", I guess. I don't know what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It seems like it would be really mean to say that you're lanky and agree with you.
It just means like.
What was that noise?
In awkward shape. And I have a bad back also, so.
Yeah.
So just the initial getting in and kind of not hitting my head on the roof.
So do you think the car was meant for people of your size?
I think it is once you get in. Hey, you being really rude now, buddy.
Very rude.
You're being super rude.
Go to bed.
Your parents should have raised you better.
For easy entry and exit.
I have the feature, but it doesn't do anything because I keep the seat all the way to the back all the time anyway, so it can't go back any further, and the steering wheel can't go up any further, or nothing really moves. And it's also kind of awkward the way they have it. It's not automatic like your car does it. It's kind of like they put another driver profile that automatically activates when you put the car in park. So it's kind of weird. It's it's not like another car. It's like they switched to a different driver profile to do it, which is I think some people were doing that all on their own anyway, just to make it easier to get out. You just create a fake driver profile and just switch to that one when you're ready to get out of the car.
Well, I thought you would have said the biggest negative of the car would have been the bright lights, which you just complained about the other night.
I don't really use the high beams, the automatic high beams.
The automatic high beams.
The automatic high beams and not having the automatic wipers. But I guess it does. It rains a lot here, but it doesn't rain that much. And
there goes the phone.
Yep.
I knew that thing fell the last time.
It did fall, didn't it?
It did fall. I said that because I'm right. Why can't we just hook it on the table? It seems a lot easier to hook it on the table. I mean, it seems a lot safer.
Okay, phone's gotta get a little lower.
Oh God, this is getting bad, man.
Everybody's gonna keep telling me I should have listened.
Okay.
I have to adjust to this new angle.
Yes, we are working on buying a new phone. When he swipes right now, it's going to make him bleed. His fingers bleed.
The phone's okay, no crack screen. I have a case.
I got a cake.
So I spent big bucks. I spent almost $30 on this case.
Yes, you should go to sleep, sir. It's 1:30. He said he's going to sleep. It's 1:30 in the morning. Okay. So, what is one thing you like about the car? I shouldn't say love about the car. What is the best thing about the car?
Besides the acceleration, even though it's technically the slowest car they make, it still accelerates plenty for me. One of the things I like is when you get the notification on your phone that you have an update. It's kind of like Christmas. I just run into the garage, sometimes in my underwear, and I just go ahead and start it up. But it's my house and the garage door is down. I don't have to have any shame.
I'm shamed.
Why?
Because yes, that is a bad visual. That is a bad visual. No shame, it's all paid for.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know.
You got to get that update immediately.
You could just wait.
You got to drop everything and go start that update.
I mean, you could.
And then it'll be like Christmas in the morning.
On. You could put pants on. Because what if you run to the garage while I'm coming home or something like that, and you only have your underwear on, and then I'm lifting up the garage, and the neighbors across the street are outside with their kids?
That's a lot of ifs. And I can hear the garage before I can run out of there.
I'm sorry, but you have 300 subs a while back? What does that mean? Wait a minute, I'm sorry, didn't you have 300 subs? Oh, subscribers. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they shot up to like 1,000 very fast. Very, very, very fast. I think a lot of the video with the truck driver.
Yeah.
That response in the video about the Tesla semi and other compared to other trucks. That drew a lot of attention to the page. Like one of them had like 50,000. Well, it might be close to 60,000 views.
That's cool. So, next question. Have you faced any disadvantages of owning an EV? Hey, Hannah. And I saw someone's question. I'm going to come back to it later at the end. So don't think that I'm missing your questions.
A disadvantage to owning an EV. I haven't had any situations where range anxiety has really been a problem. I guess I could see myself having a disadvantage if I'm like doing Uber or Lyft one day and I have to turn down a ride because I just don't have the range. It's something I've been sort of worried about, but it's usually the furthest I ever have to go is New Orleans. Kristen's getting rowdy over there.
Yeah, he wants to answer a question. I think goodness gracious. What is going on, man?
Oh.
Okay. He didn't want to be on camera today.
Yeah, we're always very chilled.
Yeah. Yeah, he's camera shy. So, during your first year, was there any other cars you thought about purchasing that you wish, if you didn't have a Tesla, that you would have purchased?
I guess it depends on what the budget was.
The same budget you have now.
Before the Tesla?
Yeah.
I probably would have went with the Porsche Panamera. They had an early midlife crisis, but I don't know if I would have spent that much money on another car. I probably would have been happy with like a, I don't know, like a 3 Series or something. I don't think I would have spent Tesla money on another vehicle. Well, Tesla Model S money on another vehicle.
Okay. So why would you have went with the Porsche?
I've always liked Porsche. That's like my number 2. That's my number 2, like, realistic car.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't see you in a Porsche.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I guess I just didn't think you would want a Porsche. No, that's the guy talking. Are we getting a Model 3? No, we're not getting a Model 3, but we will be getting a Model X.
Unless I can somehow convince her to get a Model 3.
It won't happen.
It's such a nice car.
Okay, so I'll get a Model 3 when you trade in your Model S.
What, are we both going to have Model 3s?
Sure. Sure. He won't do it. He won't do it. Look at his face. I'm thinking, nah.
Everybody likes the Model X.
You ready for your next question?
Well, somebody asked me how many miles I have. I have about 26,000 miles on the car in 1 year.
Ubering.
We've been driving. Any excuse I get to drive, we drive.
Okay.
You want to pick that up from the store for me? Yeah, I got it. I got that. I'll go drive. Let's drive. We can go drive now.
Christian, you ready to ride?
Next question.
Okay, next question. Do you still think your car should be named Storm?
Yeah.
Really? What do you... why?
I don't know.
What made you come up with the name Storm?
Because Storm is my favorite, what is it?
X-Men.
X-Men.
How do you not know X-Men? How do you know that? Hey, wait. I just want to say something. Because Storm is my favorite. What is it? Storm is my favorite. What is it?
I remember Storm more. I remember Storm and Wolverine.
What
I know the characters. I forget the group name.
What was Storm again? Was she a Transformer? What was she?
I always want to say Avenger for some reason because they have so many movies for them out right now.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Next question. Serious question. Have you seen any glitches during your ownership?
Any glitches?
Yeah.
Let's see. I had a couple times where I had to do the spin wheel reset thing. Glitches. Because usually with the Tesla it'll be something with the screen, and if you hold those 2 center buttons, it fixes just about everything. Like if you see anybody in the forums asking.
1 second. And we are going to answer questions. We're doing an interview right now, so we're asking that you save the questions to the end. So, again, glitches.
Yeah, usually if you hit those 2 steering wheel buttons, it'll reset it and fix just about anything. Like if you're on the forums and someone asks, what's this issue? What's going on with my car? They'll get 10 responses in a row to hold those steering wheel buttons and reset the screen.
That was the only glitch?
Yeah, there was one point the music wasn't working, the screaming, but that lasted about a half a day, and then everybody got an update.
Okay.
Usually, like problems like that where everybody's having it, like you can expect the update in a couple days.
Okay. So, last question, and then after that, we're going to answer questions from you guys. What was the biggest mistake Tesla, the company, has made with any of their cars, or just in general?
The biggest mistake Tesla has made in general. Whoa.
Sounds like there's a lot of mistakes.
No, I'm just trying to think of a big mistake. I think they made little mistakes. I don't know if they made like a...
Okay, what's a little mistake? They don't have any.
Oh, nobody's perfect.
That's a hardball question.
Yeah, that's a gotcha question.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
So what's a little mistake that they've made?
I don't want to say it's a mistake because I think
not
they're doing
shipping
it right.
the Model 3s on time. They're starting to answer the question for you.
Well, you know what the biggest mistake they made was over-engineering the Model X and not being able to get it on time. I think the Model X launch was their biggest mistake. I think the Model 3, they're not on time, but they're not like anywhere near as late as they were with the Model S, X, or Roadster.
Piano black in the Model 3. Fingerprints. Okay. So if any of you guys
My son.
yes, the interior could be more luxurious.
I like the interior. I like that it's simple. A lot of people complain about door pockets. I don't even like door pockets. I don't use them. They're hard to clean. I hate door pockets. I don't like door pockets. I hope they don't put door pockets in them.
Oh wow.
I'm not a door pocket person.
Wow. So you guys, I'm gonna try and go back and find some of your questions, but if you want to resubmit them, you can send them now, and I'm gonna try and read them out and send them to Zach, or make sure he answers all of them.
Someone definitely asked something about Uber and Lyft.
Someone asked something about Uber. I probably need to log in on my phone and watch it. Since when have door pockets been luxury? Laugh out loud.
Usually when people talk about the differences between the S and the X and the Model 3, they bring up the door pockets. That's like the first thing. It doesn't have vanity lights still on the mirrors.
Maintenance so far?
None. But it came out and they replaced my mirror. And they replaced my 60 and turned it to a 75 on the back.
Okay. What is your take on drive-by-wire and how Tesla has implemented it? What does that mean?
Cheat sheet.
He's looking it up because he doesn't know. He's looking it up.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
See if I can try and go big. Drive-by electric. Someone said electric. What is your take on drive-by electric and how Tesla has implemented it?
I think they're doing it the right way and the only way, especially with the...
Stomp the YouTuber. Yes.
Especially rolling out the supercharging network. That was the smartest thing they did. That's the easiest way to get people to adopt to switching to electric vehicles. Uh-oh. I can't do this solo. Okay, it's me and Zeus. Yeah, they got people to switch to electric vehicles, and I think the supercharger network helped out a lot because that allows you to replace your gas vehicle instead of just having an electric vehicle on the side. Who's in trouble now? Do you think that having the most technological cars that can be updated by software is dangerous? Um, it could be dangerous, but knowing that they have the bounty program where they basically pay hackers if they can try to hack the car, and then that allows them to be able to fix all the patches, well, fix all the holes and patch everything up. That's kind of reassuring, knowing that they're actively looking for the safety of the car and being proactive. I think I missed some questions. Do you think Tesla has shut down commercial use on superchargers for the Model 3 rollout? Uh, Basically, yeah, they have shut down commercial use for the superchargers for the Model 3. And any vehicle purchased after December 15th, I believe it was. I was trying to possibly doing a video on that since I do use my Tesla for Uber and Lyft. And that's on the list of things that you can't use a supercharger for. I'm kind of curious about how they're going to enforce that, because it's not like you log in on the car when you're ride sharing. I guess it just knows when you're supercharging often close to your home. Did you have to install a charger in your garage, or are you using a dryer plug? If you had to install a charger, how much did it cost? I have the dryer plug installed. I just use the mobile connector, and I just leave it in the garage. I think it cost about $200. Um, my electrical panel is in the garage, and I had it installed basically right under the panel, so it probably took about 45 minutes for the guy to do. They can look at your data when you're charging. They know who's charging and which supercharger spots are being occupied and the rate that everybody's charging. So they know who's charging and who's charging where. So they can figure out who's using it for commercial use. But I kind of wonder how it's going to work for someone who I guess who just drives a lot.
I'm back.
Oh, let me get out. Let me get co-pilot.
Tesla is all knowing.
Because I believe they have like this big screen up in Fremont. It's either Fremont or Hawthorne. They have the screen up, and it shows all of the superchargers lit up, and you can click on it, and you can see all the people that are. Well, I don't know if it shows the people, but it shows which ones are being used.
Who's the second dog?
Second dog is Chunk. They're brothers, Zeus and Chunk.
People are using it for commercial.
Yeah, she's back.
Yes, I'm back. Baby was hungry. Understandable. Any more questions?
Ways to measure and determine people are using it.
No more questions? People typing?
I would imagine they would assume somebody's using a supercharger for commercial use. If you're at the supercharger and you pretty much just stay in your car all day, and then you're at the supercharger again, you're not really turning the car off. That's I don't know how they would. I don't think someone who was just driving a lot would be just in the car that much.
What's your favorite part about truck driving?
My favorite thing about truck driving is when the point when you get good enough to be able to make the trailer do whatever you want it to when you're backing. That's something you can struggle with, and it's frustrating when you first start driving. Because when you first start driving a truck, you have to learn how to be patient and let the trailer go and kind of just follow it in the hole. And a lot of rookies tend to fight with the trailer. There's a video of
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, a Piggly Wiggly driver backing into a dock, and with the exception of him hitting everything, it looked like something that I would have did in my first week on the drive. He was just, you could tell he was just overly turning the wheel and just really fighting the trailer, but he just refused to get out and look, and he kept hitting stuff.
Funny note, Zach scared his trainer the first day he went out for driving.
Yeah.
Scared him so bad. Anyways, that's not funny. It is. I've heard so many people commenting on the refresh of a Model S. Do you think Tesla is contemplating a refresh in the near future?
I think they are. I don't know how near that future is. I think next year, but I think it's also going to coincide with whenever they decide to put the 2170 battery cells in the cars. I think that they're going to have to redesign the bottom of the car to fit those cells. So I think they might just go ahead and do the whole refresh, either the interior or the inside and the outside of the car.
Okay. Knowing what you know now, would you buy a Tesla again?
Yep.
He has no choice.
You
have no choice. You got to get my ex. Okay. When does the semi start production?
I think that was 2019. He said in 2 years you would have it. So it's probably going to be late 2019. Elon's standard time could be 2020. If he gets it halfway through 2020, I'll call that a wash.
Okay. Will you move to a company with a Tesla semi ASAP?
Listen, we are literally like 10 miles away from a Pepsi place.
Listen, Linda.
There's like Pepsi. JB Hunt has a place not far from here.
Listen, Linda.
What's the other one?
Walmart.
The grocery. Yeah, Walmart has a distribution center about 35 miles away. Why can't I think of the name of them? There's not that many companies that ordered. They do grocery distribution. Cisco. They're not that far away either.
Yeah.
That's actually really close to where I work now. They all have spots in the area, and I was like, I don't know. If I start seeing Tesla semis riding around here, I might throw out some applications. I don't know. What?
Listen, Linda. Do you feel overcharged for car insurance?
No, considering that the Tesla costs close to 3 times as much as my old vehicle, and I think my insurance went up about $30 a month. So I don't think it's that bad. But I have a superb driving record. 5-star.
So, are you seeing more? I'm assuming, are you seeing more Teslas?
In our area, Louisiana?
Yeah. Funny, we were driving home, and there was a white Tesla right in front of us, and it was just funny because you don't see them as much.
Particularly in that area that we were in.
Yeah.
We were coming from, it wasn't the
spiffiest places, but we weren't doing anything bad where we were coming from either.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence, but usually when I see Teslas, I'm usually near a hospital, so I assume that it's doctors with them.
Probably so. Into Dodge cars and trucks that jump in front of you in your actual semi.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Here's a fun tip. If you're merging on the interstate and you have a 18-wheeler near you, just go ahead and go. Just make a decision. Don't just drive beside him and make him figure it out. The truck doesn't accelerate it. What's up, dude?
Ew, get out of here.
Your ears all jacked up.
Next question. Are you ordering a Model 3? No, sir. We are ordering a Model X. What can Tesla do better to improve the Model S? In other words, what do you dislike about the Model S?
I would like the. I kind of have a whole video on that. I don't want to miss anything, but I definitely would like the door opening to be a little bigger to make it easier to get in and out of the car. The center console is kind of a mess. It's a lot of useless space there. I know people complain about the cup holders a lot, but the cup holders could be a little more useful. The paint, I wish it could be better, but I think because of California's emissions requirements, I think it just is what it is. So you buy a Tesla, you got to get it wrapped because it's not the best paint, and I don't think they can do much about it.
Do you own your own truck?
No. Owning a diesel truck terrifies me. The maintenance and the fuel and the prospects of living out on the road it's not going to happen. If I bought my own truck, it'd be a day cab.
And are you planning on getting a second Tesla? Yes, we are. Glad you asked that question. Model X coming soon. PepsiCo ordered 100, didn't they?
Yeah, it was 100. And Budweiser's the other one, Anheuser-Busch. They're the other one.
You didn't have to scream that.
I'm sorry. It just because that's another company that ordered Tesla semis that's in our area. But Anheuser-Busch is different. They kind of, I don't think they necessarily own their trucks. I think they have they're ordering them for the companies that run their fleets. Because like in Baton Rouge, it's not really Anheuser-Busch, it's Mockler Beverage that does their distribution.
How do people react to someone owning a Tesla? Do they stare? And the answer is yes, they do.
Yeah.
They stare hard. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I stare at cars that I like too. I stare at them. I stare at a lot of things.
I bring a lot of attention on because I like to put my groceries and everything in the front because I like to back the car in and it's a tight fit, so I have to back all the way up. And if I put everything in the front, then I don't have to stop and go to the back and unload and then get back in the car and back all the way up. I can just back all the way up and take all my groceries out of the front. So when people see me in the parking lot and they see me with the hood up, they think something's wrong with the car and they want to offer help.
You're cooking the pork chops. What level are you guys with the Tesla referrals?
I think we lost the referral the other day, so we're at 9 total. Well,
there's a good question coming.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's 9 total referrals. I think we would have to get 6 more for the boring tunnel. The chance to drive the boring tunnel.
Don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's something I would definitely give away. So if you know 6 people who want to buy a Tesla and they also are interested in the boring tunnel, the chance to drive that, then
you ain't gonna send
I will happily give that away.
Send me a no rocket.
I think I have a good record on following through on giving away the stuff I say I'm gonna give away.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about Brian and his Rick Nat wheels.
He got them wheels and he was. What's your favorite South Park character?
Oh. Probably Stan.
I like what you call his dad.
Yeah, I was thinking about the kids. Oh, Randy's hilarious.
Yes. And there's a lot of sensors, so the paint might have to be a bit lighter, right?
I think that was the issue with the nose cone in the beginning. Like that was a part of the reason why they didn't get rid of it, or why they had the nose cone in the first place, was for sensors.
Let's see here.
But I think people have gotten their car wrapped and painted, and I don't think it's affected the autopilot much or at all. I'll have to look that up.
There's a new EV that has been mentioned somewhere. It comes with a cheaper option, and Then you rent the battery to avoid people being scared of the battery dying. What is your take on this? I don't like no rental batteries. I feel like that's gonna cause so many issues. Like, do they have to come in, put the battery in the car, take the battery out?
It sounds like a good idea because you don't have to worry about the battery when it dies. You can, I guess, you can just swap it for a new one and just keep paying the rental on it. But it also kind of sounds like they're not really standing behind the battery if they aren't selling it to you.
Yes, Randy is the best. Save your referrals for when you get your Model X. Don't worry, Miss Hannah.
I'm kind of not sure where the referral program goes after, I think, January.
Don't say it.
I mean, they already got rid of the $1,000 credit. So, mostly wondering about free supercharging.
Somebody said they don't want to get you in trouble with me. Got to go, but before I leave, I want to say something. Not to get you in trouble with your wife, but it will. I would sell a Model S if I owned one for a Model X because it's just a Model S. Because it's just a Model S that's bigger. You won't get him in trouble because you know why? If he sells his Model S to get a Model X, I'm just going to steal it.
Yeah, then I would have to. Then we would have 2 Model X's, and I think that would be pushing the boundaries of what we can fit in our garage.
Yeah, not good. It had the same swap system as the Tesla at the start.
The battery swap system?
Yeah, that's the battery.
I think they opened up like 2 battery swap locations. I don't even know if they're still running. I don't mind the supercharger. I think supercharging is a lot easier than worrying about a battery swap.
Any issues doing Uber with the Tesla?
No. It is funny watching some people's reactions. Like, some people are really excited about the car and they know about the car and they have Tesla grin walking up to the car, and then some people have no idea what they're looking at, and what the door handles before they're presented, like you can see them coming in and like they want to like try to like fork it out or something, like it's broke, and I have to do it manually from inside the car before they start messing something up.
See,
and also, if you look at my Uber rating, it lets you know about hard accelerations and smooth stops. It doesn't affect your driver profile, but they send it to the drivers to I think to help them be more fuel efficient. But a lot of people want to know about the electric cars, and I'm always like, boom, try this, and they'll throw them in the back of the seat, and then I get to tell them, yeah, this is the slowest car they make.
Just wait for the Model Y. I don't have that long. I can't wait for it. And yes, Zach will be walking if he decides to trade in his S for an X. Plain and simple. I'm gonna get him a bike. That's a new EV. Is it? No, because it's not electric.
They make I was listening to a podcast, and the guy, he was talking about a bike that he has with a battery backup. But I'm not riding the bike 13 miles to work.
You can wait, but you won't. Laugh out loud. Nah, I'm not gonna wait. Do you think the freebies will be reduced a bit if Tesla continues to do well, especially after the Model 3 and the Model Y?
The tax credits?
When I hear freebies, I just think of everything in general.
The tax credits, or is he talking about free supercharging?
Maybe free supercharging.
I think at some point free supercharging has to go away. I don't think it's really sustainable for them to keep
giving it away to people.
Giving it away for free. It adds up, and
the supercharging.
Yeah, it could turn into something that could eat the company alive, just having to pay for superchargers like that. Especially if they didn't set aside enough for the amount of superchargers for the car. I think it was like a $2,500 addition to add supercharger to a S60. Oh, that was such a long time ago. Way before I got one.
So do you make fancy Uber money, or is there enough business And do Uber X mostly.
Uber X.
It's like,
We have Uber. Yeah, we have Uber X and we have Uber Select. I forget that they call it Uber X is the regular one.
I think some people have like Uber Black.
We don't have Uber Black here. I do mostly the regular rides, and it's fun to do the select rides, but it's also fun to do the regular rides because people aren't expecting a nice car, and like you don't make that much money doing Uber, but people's reaction to the car are to me worth more than what you make actually in money. Giving people their first ride in an electric vehicle for the most part.
Okay. Supercharging with solar. Fixed cost for like 25 years. Supercharging because that's got to be costly. Would you consider solar with a power wall? We already have solar panels.
Yeah, we already have the solar panels.
And we're waiting on the power wall.
I think the power wall should come in, I think it said March. Or they'll be available in March.
Just give rides and pass out their referral code. Ha ha ha. That's pretty much what he did for a little bit. He gave out rides, and people that got in the car who sounded interested, he gave them a card and said, here's the referral code.
And it works perfectly because my wife makes custom business cards.
Regenerative braking.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Standard and low, I think.
I don't like that brake stuff when it just start braking on its own. I don't like that brake stuff when it just start braking on its own.
I don't like when I drive your car and I take my foot off the gas and it feel like it's going 100 miles an hour.
Yes, and that is damn impressive braking.
You have to get used to it.
It's so weird.
It's easy though. Like instead of having to take your foot off the gas and then put your foot on the brake, all you have to really do is just take your foot off the accelerator a little bit, and the car will slow down on its own.
I don't like that.
We call that the one pedal driving.
No, I don't like that.
If you like the shirt, I'll put a link in the description. A fellow YouTuber sent it to me.
I don't like the brake. Sometimes I like the coast. Sometimes I like to take my foot off the brake and just let it ride. And it's just gonna be breaking me down and stopping my speed. No, let me coast. No. Let's see what else we got. You are really sucking those fingers tonight, aren't you? I can't believe 2 people have gotten a free roadster from Referrals. Wow.
Wait, who's the second? I know the guy from Teslanomics got it. Ben Sullins. Is it like Tesla? They had to be close. Was it Zach and Jesse?
Bye, Hannah.
Like Tesla? Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
We're still here. Do you go through tires a lot?
More than my Kia Soul. I've already had to change the rear wheel tires. Once every 26,000 miles. I think that's about on par for the rear wheels. I'm just putting a lot of miles on the car. For a normal person, that would be about 2 years.
You have got to love not having to buy brake pads often.
I don't know if that'll be a huge saving for me because I'm being a truck driver. I'm always looking really far ahead, so I'm never really hard on the brakes.
I'm hard on mine.
Yes, you are.
I'm hard on mine.
It's scary.
I'm hard on them.
It is shocking.
Woo! Let's see.
I know somebody said. Did somebody say something about the Slidell?
Yes. Have you tried the Slidell, Louisiana supercharger yet?
Several times. It's in one of my videos. At one point, I think I had about 180 miles of range, and then someone wanted a trip to New Orleans, and I took it, and I limped on to the Slidell supercharger. What's that? Chester's or Cheddar's?
Oh, Cheddar's.
Cheddar.
Very good place to eat. I like Cheddar's.
Not a Slidell supercharger. That's a good location.
And I like Longhorns too. Good steaks. Okay.
I think the Slidell and Lake Charles I wish we had a setup like that in Baton Rouge. I like both of those superchargers better than the one we have.
And Miss Mitz, I think we already answered that question about commercial usage of how do you feel about commercial usage of the chargers, of the superchargers, the restriction set. But you can answer it again.
How about I feel about it?
Yeah.
I don't think it was
You don't
worded that way.
Okay. I think I walked in on it.
I kind of think it's fair. Even when I'm doing it, I don't really hog it in the Baton Rouge supercharger. Pretty much sits empty for the most part. And I wouldn't go there if it was more than 3 people there anyway. And usually when you're doing Uber and Lyft, you don't really get a chance to go and charge anyway because you're getting ride requests. But as far as like some of the companies I've heard about, it seems like it's more of a problem in California where I heard that the Tesla company is known for going to the superchargers and just blocking the stalls and not necessarily being plugged in. I don't think that's right at all.
Okay. What is your take on all the cars coming out in 2020 and also Toyota's lack of EVs?
There's so many cars coming out in 2020
that are EVs.
Yes.
How many?
So many.
Give me some some brands or names.
Infinity has one. Porsche, I think the Mission E is supposed to be coming out 2020. GM has more models GM has a lot of models coming out within the next 5 or 6 years. I said Nissan had the Infinity one that they showed, but I don't know what the status is on that one. BMW had rumors of an i5, but I don't know what the status is of that. I don't know if that's dead in the water.
Toyota will have 10 models in 2020.
Toyota looked like they were going the hydrogen route, and then now it's looking like they're leaning more towards electric vehicles. Yeah, I know Toyota's weird, huh? Yeah, a lot of companies have a lot of 200-mile vehicles supposedly coming out in 2020. I hope it happens. I hope it really happens. I really hope it happens. I don't want to be let down. It'd be nice if I think it's competition is good for everybody, and everyone can have a choice of what vehicle they want, and it just doesn't have to be Tesla if you don't want a Tesla. But options are good. I'm not down in any company that's making electric vehicles. Somebody's not feeling like a nap.
Let's see what else they got.
Somebody said they think it's Zach and Jesse. I think Zach and Jesse and the Like Tesla channel, they've got to be the closest after Teslanomics.
When I saw Zach, I went, "What you want? Something you ain't tell me?" Eric, someone was reported earlier today. Oh, they said someone was. I'm assuming Zach and Jesse is still what they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
The benefits of regenerative braking makes it worth adapting to.
It doesn't take that long to get used to.
Yeah. You would change your mind once you start driving your ex. I'm about to put a pacifier in your mouth, sir.
He's laughing in your face.
How do you feel about regenerative braking? It goes. Okay.
I don't think that's what regenerative braking does at all. Okay, so it's Zach and Jesse, not like Tesla. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Current owner of a Prius, and I'm very boops that they don't have an EV. I thought Toyota was bringing their electric cars in 2025. They're releasing hydrogen sooner. I could be wrong. Other companies have to figure out a supercharging solution.
Well, they can get on board with Tesla's supercharging network. I don't know if they're still. I know that at one point they were open to other manufacturers getting in on the supercharger as long as their cars meet the specifications needed to charge at that high of a rate. They would just have to pay to use whatever they used. But what's up?
Let's see here. Christian, you're getting all those comments. Evening. Good evening. Greetings from Finland. Woo! Oh, sorry. It was Zach and Jesse. Not like Tesla. Laugh out loud. Baby wants to be left to... Christian, you're getting all of the comments. Yeah, I figured they would sell it to other companies. Is a Tesla Semi going to have a sleeper cab? I hope they do have a sleeper cab so I can put him in it. You going in the sleeper cab? Good night.
The ones they showed didn't have sleepers, but they had these little models on a table where they were demonstrating the vehicle, and those had different types of setups, and I believe some of them had sleeper cabs, and they said it would be easy for them to add a sleeper cab in the future. Good night to Sweden.
That'd be cool if they do have a sleeper cab. In the treetop. He is.
It'd be cool to go to a truck stop full of electric semis, and it was just quiet.
Just the quietness.
You'd be amazed how loud walking through a truck stop is.
So crazy. Plans for a wait. I hope things work out for Tesla trucks, but I'm a bit shocked by the new supercharging policy. I hope plans for a power wall. We do have plans for a power wall.
A red one.
A red one.
Yeah, we got referrals. Enough referrals to get the red power wall.
What in the world?
And it's supposed to be available in March. You spitting up?
Yeah, it's been about all of it.
Towel.
I got a towel.
Oh, okay.
And he's laughing.
He thinks it's hilarious.
That's not funny. Okay. When you get your semi, will you want to use it with your current job or go independent?
I wouldn't be able to use it with my current job. They own their own trucks.
Yes. The baby is 6 months old tomorrow. He goes and gets his 6-month shots tomorrow. He won't be this happy tomorrow. He won't be.
About 18, 19 hours from now, he's gonna be pretty upset.
Pretty mad at the world.
Yeah.
Could you please get your hand out your mouth?
That's a no.
I just started watching you all in anticipation of the Tesla van on its way. What's your opinion of the center driver position of the Tesla Semi? Do they have seats for passengers?
They look like it has a fold down seat, like to the behind the driver, kind of to the right, which is, I think it's fine because in most situations you're going to be in a truck by yourself anyway, especially one that's a day cab. The only time you'll have someone with you is if you're training. I can't remember. I don't think I've had anybody ride with me in over a year. He's so pumped up right now.
Calmed him down a little bit.
Wrong. My take on the supercharger policy change, I think it's fair. Because when the Model 3s come out, you can't really have people hogging the superchargers. And I think everybody's going to have to be very considerate of other people's time and other people's needs. Most public superchargers in Seattle cost 49 cents per kilowatt and 10 cents at home. Yeah, it usually still works out to be cheaper than paying for gas. Even the paid superchargers at well, not superchargers, the charge point charges at Disney World, I don't think they were that expensive either. I think it would have been cheaper than gas. And you get free closed parking. Wait, what?
The word is that the stats on the Tesla Semi are for real as revealed by the Tesla Semi testers.
So you saying the stats are legitimate?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think they weren't real. A lot of people are doubting the stats, but a lot of the people that they had at the semi event, the trucking people, were people that they reached out to help them design the car. I mean, design the truck. I always say car when I want to say something. It's just like off the dome.
Gasoline is ridiculously expensive compared to electric charging.
Yeah, I have a video I'm doing with a guy in Australia. He's talking about how the Tesla Semi won't work, but he fails to mention that diesel costs $4 a gallon in Australia.
How can we donate to your channel? What do you mean donate to our channel?
I don't think you.
I don't
think you have to have like 10,000 subscribers or something like that too.
As a YouTuber, I don't know if we're taking donations.
Yeah. You can watch the ad that comes up before the video. Yeah, I don't have a Patreon.
No. I didn't know you could donate. This shows how much I know about YouTube. I didn't even know you could donate to people.
I heard that Patreon changed their policy, and then everybody got mad and started canceling, and they changed it right back.
You could start a Patreon.
A lot of people have asked me to start a Patreon.
What do you do with a Patreon? People send you money?
I think people like they'll give you like a monthly amount, and I think like in return you give like bonus content. I think that's usually the deal.
Everybody's confirming that what you said was correct. Wait. I actually like the interior of the Model 3 better than the Model S. Door pockets, etc. have a reservation but waiting for a standard battery size. Then Zach, I'm working on technology that should make charging an EV practically free. That's cool.
You look for a business partner or something?
Hey, I mean, we like free. People donate money to your page and you give them bonus content. Yeah. Patreon is a nice way to support your channel.
I know a lot of the podcasts I listen to, they have Patreon pages. They'll either let the people on Patreon get the episodes early or...
that's cool.
We have so much going on. I don't know if I can guarantee bonus content.
Yeah, and you know
I just
what?
try to get out as much as I can.
And you know what,
And like
guys?
anything I get from the advertisements and people watching the commercials and stuff, we're gonna try to make it a thing to where we donate it to the foster friends at the end of the year for
Yeah,
their prisons.
yeah, we're doing this not for like I don't see us making a career out of this. This is all based upon like
My
fun.
borderline unhealthy obsession with Tesla.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty. It's worth. Look, I don't donate to Patreon, and I get too much. I get too much. I don't want to hear it some days. Stop. Can I donate to Patreon so you can stop talking about Tesla?
You can donate to Patreon, and then I can talk more.
I don't
You
want
get
to hear no
extra.
more about Tesla. I already know. I know too much, and I'm like, what? I've learned a lot, so I wanted to know if I could pay it forward. Just have money sign for live events, which allow people to donate during the session. Oh wow!
Hmm. I don't know.
That's a
I have to look at
lot.
the YouTube content provider page because they have like as you increase subscribers and views, they allow you to do more stuff. Like I know you have to have 10,000 views to have ads and 100,000 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers to be sponsored. I don't know what that. Not really sure what that means.
I mean, if we do check it out, it'll be something like if we do get the money, it would definitely go to children that are in foster care.
Like maybe when Kristen gets a little older and
Yeah.
our schedule gets a little more predictable or something.
Yeah, maybe once we kind of calm down with other stuff. Once you get an EV, there's no going back. Love my Fiat 500e.
That's true. I don't see myself ever buying a gas powered car ever again.
I ain't gonna say all that. I ain't gonna say all that. By the way, my wife feels the same about Tesla. I talk too much. I don't know what it is about it. I'm like, oh my God.
Is she your wife? Does your wife want to get a Tesla? Because you can wear them down.
Look, I still don't care to hear about it that much, but I'm afraid that once I get whatever I get, I'm gonna hear about it all day long.
I had a Model 3 reservation. I actually drove to Houston, and I was I was probably the top 30 people in line.
Yes.
And
God.
that line that ended up being really long. Yeah, I had a Model 3 reservation, but I don't have any desire to have more than one car for myself. So I canceled it when I ordered my Model S. Model X60 on the way.
You missed that one.
Oh. Well, they teased about version 3.0 supercharger, and the mega charger for the semis obviously can deliver a lot more juice than that. So it's possible, and I think from the owner's document, the owner's manual that was released from for the Model 3, I believe it does have it's capable of a higher charging rate than the Model S. So at some point they're gonna have faster charging. I think that's just gonna depend on if the batteries can handle it.
Zach, I have a Model S60 on the way. What are the real world miles that you get? I know 210 is the EPA number, but the model I secretly a 75, so I may upgrade it.
I don't drive super aggressively because I have a CDL. I drive trucks. I can't risk losing my license, so I'm usually within the speed limit, and I'm usually within 5-10 miles of the rated range. Like if it shows 210, then I don't think I would ever get less than 200. And when I'm doing Uber and I'm just driving around the city, it's not uncommon that I'll get 10 to 15 miles over the rated range.
And am I getting a Tesla? Yes. Yes, I am. Christian, are we getting a Tesla?
Get a Model 3, right?
Nope.
No. All right. No.
Y'all, everybody has a Tesla in this house except for me. It's going to be an X. Christian has a Model S. Zach has a Model S. And I'm going to get an X.
Denied. Yeah, she wants an X.
I don't think I have enough patience to wait for a Y.
Yeah, all we know about the Y is that the picture that they showed, the teaser. It should be a smaller version of the X.
Or a Roadster. Ha! No, that's too fast.
What do we need? Like 40 something more referrals?
That's too fast and that's too expensive. Christian. No Roadsters. No Roadsters. Nice. Any concern about the... Oh, yes. Those... Sure. I think he wants you. Oh, my God. So for the Falcon Wing doors, I think my main concern is that I saw a couple people having issues with it. Like they would kind of be offset when they went up. And I don't know, it's just going to take a lot of getting used to. Because I don't know. I'm afraid that I'm probably going to get hit in the head a couple times. Because I'm clumsy like that.
Like it's going to come down on
Yep,
you?
like it's going to go boop, and I'm going to go.
Just move out the way. It makes a noise before it comes down.
Again.
Just get out the way though.
You know I hit my head the other day? Y'all, I remember when Christian was in the first video, he was so quiet. He didn't say anything. He was just a cute little baby. And now look at him. Watch your video. Watch your video. Watch your video. Let's go back and see what all we missed because you were screaming.
Here you go, right here.
Is it common for you to get tips when you drive your Model S during Uber and Lyft?
Yeah. At first it was only Lyft passengers who tipped because Uber kind of disencouraged people from tipping. Just kind of like it was kind of appreciated, but not necessary. But so basically, no Uber drivers tipped for the most part, unless they were going on like a really long trip. But I don't think I get. I don't know if I get tips more than anyone else. Based on the forum that we have on Facebook with local Uber and Lyft drivers, I think the ladies get tipped more. But they also get harassed a lot more, so it's
Catch-22. Is that what it is? Catch-22?
I think so.
Do you know when Tesla will be bringing the self-driving cars to market?
Nope.
Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
I think I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. As a person who drives, I probably drive like 3,000 miles a week between the truck and the car. Seen a lot of stuff, and I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon where a car is going to be able to handle it on its own. Look, a saxophone.
The doors won't come down on me because they have sensors. That's good to know. I'm pretty sure I would have realized that. We about to go. We about to go. You ruining this video.
He's the star of the video.
Not my eardrums. Not my eardrums.
Why does he always have one sock on?
Because he takes one of them off.
There it is.
You darn right. He's not just a little noisy. He's very noisy. He's past noisy. The reason why your husband talks so much about Tesla is because Tesla's unique. Which other car company has people lined up ordering hundreds of thousands of cars?
Yeah, unless DeLorean puts out another car, I don't think there'll be the cult following that you have with Tesla.
How much more power consumption when you get 2 electric cars?
I don't know exactly what the number it is, but I would expect the electric bill to go up about maybe $30 a month. Because we both have just about the same commute to work. But the Model X is a little less efficient.
So why did you get solar?
I feel like solar is like the next logical. Are you getting bit over here?
Yes, I'm getting bit.
Oh, I think Santa Claus is going around outside. They got I hear the fire trucks.
Oh, bring the picture.
What do you mean? We're doing a live video right now. I think Santa Claus is outside right now.
Christian, we have to go see Santa.
Wrap him up in the blanket.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa Claus is outside right now on the fire truck. And my wife and Kristen just went out there. Okay, I'm about to drop a bomb on you guys right now, but I don't think Santa Claus is really. There's no way he could get around the whole world in one night. I think something doesn't add up about this Santa guy. Just keep that between me and you. He's not the real Santa. I can't wait for Tesla and the Semi. He has a roadster. Santa might use SpaceX. That's a good theory. If Santa does exist, he's probably working with Elon Musk. They might just be freezing time. Bags fly free. I don't know if his Santa's in P100D. I think he needs Max Plaid. Santa's going to be the first confirmed Roadster 2.0 delivery. Mars is red, Santa wears red. Wow, the fire truck has passed by like 4 times. Let's see if I can get up and see what I missed. Okay, Chris said, I noticed that Tesla's put out updates with little to no info. I think the car is using shadow mode to gather data. Yeah, I think you have to opt in to allow the car to use the cameras and send back data to Tesla. And I did that a few months ago. Talking to my son, telling him how he was. Y'all saw Santa?
Yeah, Santa lit our yard. Throwing litter.
What?
Santa out there throwing this whole bag candy.
He's throwing candy?
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock at night. What is wrong with Santa?
But you know, Santa had came last week at 8 o'clock in the morning. The block is hot.
Wait, what? How do I get your referral code? It's in the description of pretty much all my videos. It's ts.la/Zacchaeus8490, I think.
Get that other Tootsie Roll before the dog eat it. Oh no, they go down there.
I usually just put the link in the description. My first name is kind of hard to spell. How does my battery get low when I'm charging? Hello from Stockton. Hey, Stockton.
Yes, we just see Santa. We just saw Santa, and Santa was littering. Santa was littering out there.
Santa is rolling through the neighborhood, throwing candy in people's yards.
In the wet grass. Santa was wrong for that.
Chill mode. I have an interesting test I want to do for chill mode.
Get that Tootsie Roll from down there before Chunk eat it. It's on the ground by your foot.
Yeah, you want this? Oh, you would want it. Dogs can't have chocolate. Don't let your dogs eat chocolate. It's bad for them. It's practically poison. I think the plan is for the Tesla Semi to use cameras instead of mirrors. Will that be approved? Will it make it past regulations? We'll see in 2 years. I would like to try it. Chunk, you getting love. You getting love out here, Chunk. Not so much you, Zeus. Uh-oh, jealousy. Will you get a Model 3? I canceled my Model 3 reservation when I ordered my Model S. Don't need 2 vehicles for me. What y'all doing?
Nothing. You kind of want to stand up. You don't have to see it.
Yeah, the black one did have mirrors, so I think they're being realistic. I wonder which one is more further along, the black one or the darker one or the light silver one. So I know when they had the Model 3 event, they had the red car, the silver car, and the black car, and it looked like this. I think it was the silver car that looked like it was the furthest along, and the red one looked like it was just like more of a concept that didn't really even work. I've heard some people say the black one was the entry one and the other one was the 500-mile one. But I've also heard that the only difference between the two was the top. And they just, in the light silver one just looks a lot bigger. But I wasn't there to see it, so I'm not sure. I haven't found anything that really confirms it.
Watch TV.
A lot of people ask me if I'm getting a Model 3. I'd like to get a model Tesla Semi.
I bet you would. We all have wants in this world. We about to go into the other room. Say good night, guys.
Almost sound like you said it.
Say good night. Scoot over, Zach. Say good night.
The Thor truck, it is what it is. I don't really think. I think most trucks are kind of ugly. they kind of have like that minivan thing going on where just the size kind of makes it hard to make it look like it's something sexy. But I don't I like the Tesla Semi, the look of it more than the Thor truck. But we'll see what they come to be. I'm kind of normally I wouldn't have even done a video like that if it wasn't sent to me. But yeah, we'll see how well they do, and if they like really become a company and they start to grow. And the main problem with the Thor truck is the price of it. I don't know if they're going to be able to be competitive with Tesla. I think they could be a good company for converting diesel trucks to electric, but um, man, at that price point, and people who only care about the range and the price, since it's trucking and it's a vehicle for work. I don't know if they can like make it special and like do like Italian leather seats or something to justify the higher price or anything. It's just going to be a more expensive truck with less range, and it might not have any charging network. So I think I missed something. Thor will drop the hammer on Tesla. I do agree that it's sort of an ugly truck, but I don't think the look of the truck is as important as making the Model S or the Model X or the Model 3 a good looking vehicle. People will buy it if it suits their needs. And a lot of the people who buy the new trucks, like the Walmarts and Anheuser-Busch, the people buying the trucks, they don't have to drive the trucks anyway. They're buying them for their own drivers. They could care less what the truck looks like. I agree. Tesla Semi looks better. I think Thor's best chance. I kind of see them kind of like Lucid, but Lucid is a lot further along in cars. But I think it's a good chance that either one or both of those companies could get bought out by a larger company. I think Lucid was in talks with Ford for some point, and I guess that fell through because I haven't heard about it in a couple months. And I could see maybe Peterbilt or well, not Peterbilt. That would be Packard and Volvo or the company that owns International possibly buying or at least buying out Thor. Yep. If the truck works and it gets the job done for the company, and that's what they'll make their drivers drive. I think companies already have hydrogen semis. I've been seeing Anheuser-Busch trucks the last couple of days when I'm coming from the Lafayette area, and all of their trucks I see have the big hydrogen pack on the back of it. What are your thoughts on the Boring Company, how it will change transportation and shipping? I don't know how the boring company will change transportation and shipping because I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do. Um, I know that they have the little skates for the cars to go down and they can zip through really fast, and they're gonna have ramps so they don't have to stop, and it should be help you beat traffic, but they haven't been specific about is will it just be Teslas that can go in there or how much will it cost to go on the in the boring tunnels. Um, will it be for public transportation? Will they have vehicles like that? Um, what else do they need to talk about? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the boring company. I think it's a good idea. I think it's cool, but I want to see what what it is when it becomes a real thing. I'm gonna steal some of Christian's candy that he got from Santa. He's too young for candy. How often do you have live chats? We don't we don't have them scheduled. We always go live when we're giving something away. I know we gave away the Rick Nat wheels. It took several attempts to give them away. We eventually gave them away. Mm, in the end, hydrogen still has a role to play as hydrogen powers the natural world. Been looking at a company called Secrets, and there are a few such technology, but I think hydrogen. I don't think it's a bad technology. It definitely can bridge the gap between electric and diesel for sure. Especially for companies and in areas where charging is going to take some time. Like the example that I keep getting about the middle of Australia. We've looked into the Powerwall and we won one through the referral program. We should be getting it some point, maybe in the middle of next year. Yes, the middle of Australia is a desert. And when people, the naysayers come out about the Tesla Semi, those are the two main examples you get driving in the middle of nowhere in Australia or driving basically in northern Canada through ice roads. Technology will embrace the bonds of the water. But most of it seems to put out more energy than it consumes. But I had to just it puts out more energy than it consumes. Like and it took me over 12 years to figure it out. That sounds really interesting. Ooh, no water. And that's a battery technology you're working on with Edward. 2170 sales range will keep going up in 5 years. We'll look and it was. Yeah, I think in 5 years we will look back and look at the range of the vehicles now and really laugh. I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years the minimum range for a Model S is 300 miles. That's what I'm also thinking that it sounds like he's breaking the laws of I'm not a scientist, but it kind of sounds like perpetual motion for electricity. If I'm hearing it right or if I'm interpreting it right. I do not know people that sell fossil fuels paid a lot of money to make people not believe in the water fuel technology. I think I saw like a conspiracy video of a guy who made a car that ran on water and supposedly he came up dead. I don't know how true it was. Like it seemed possible, but it also seems like something that conspiracy people would just throw out and not have any proof. It works in a way like a thunderstorm. This gets more and more interesting. You should make a video on this and post it for all of us. Also, thermodynamics not possible. Yeah, I saw some video about that too. The laws of thermodynamics. That sounds like what I may be remembering. Yeah, I don't want to get too technical in this because I'm a truck driver. I have a degree in business, but I don't all this. I don't want to be ignorant and talk about science and stuff that I don't know about. At this point, I'm just learning from y'all. I drive a Model S for Uber. Also, at what point do you heed to the charger in case you get a long distance fare? At what point do you head to a charger? I've never had a fare that was longer than the range that I had on the car. I usually try to keep my range above what it would take for me to get from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, because that's basically the longest trip I would go on. Every now, my wife is in the bedroom now, and now she's in the chat. Hello. I don't know why I just switched to my elbow voice. That was weird. Until finally. Where do you drive your Model S for Uber? Is it somewhere where there are a lot of Teslas, or somewhere where you're like me and people are shocked to see the car? Is that South Texas? South Texas, like Houston? We talking Corpus Christi? Further south? Is it Brownsville that's all the way at the bottom? Browns, New York. Is I'm not that familiar with New York, but is Syracuse considered upstate New York? I think it is. I'm not sure though, because LSU played Syracuse this season, and I was Ubering that day, and I met a lot of Syracuse fans. Really nice people. I drive between Canada and Albany. That could be a lot different than what I go through too, because it gets cold up there. A cold day here is in the 30s. I know in some places a cold day is in the negative 30s. Yes, but Western New York. What's the Uber policy of driving in a different country? Does it still count your miles the regular way, or do you have to get paid in Canadian dollars when you cross the border, or how does that work out? The science is easy to understand, as we know. Just think about it. That word is confusing me. I don't understand. Are you converting sound waves to electricity? Hmm. I don't usually look at the percentages when I charge. I always look at the miles, since I'm usually good with staying within the range, and I know exactly how far New Orleans is away. So as long as I can stay within that number, I know I'm good. Future Tech. See you later, Robert. No thunder is actually hydrogen and oxygen explosion taking place in the clouds, which is why you should never fly through a thunderstorm. Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna have to go find a science book and brush up on this. Christian might ask me about this one day when he gets older. I think China's expressed her feelings about autopilot, and I don't know if she's ever gonna want autopilot or ever. There it is. Never. Yeah, I would. I don't. Yeah, I think I would have to have autopilot for a very long time, and it would have to be perfect for her to ever even consider just downloading it to the car or to her car. iRobot is not gonna take me out. Autopilot is like a cat using the litter box. How so? You talking about breaking the bonds of water molecules? That wouldn't cause like a big explosion or anything like that, would it? I think pigs will be flying very high before she before she even considers that. You will use the box 1,000 times just to make you. I don't think LiDAR or cameras can make it 100% though. I think the artificial intelligence is going to be really important for autopilot and autonomous cars to be 100% on their own, or to be able to handle things on their own. I think the AI is more important than the cameras or the lidar. Because sometimes when you're driving, sometimes it's more about figuring things out than seeing what's around you. Yeah. Is he asleep? Is he asleep? No. That could happen when autonomous driving does get to a point where it's significantly safer than a human driver. It'll be a point where human drivers are causing all the accidents, and then lawmakers are going to be as reactive as they are. They're going to be like, well, we got to get all these human drivers off the roads. You're going to be riding dirty. Okay. Yes, I work across the street from a big mall, and the drivers there are not impressive here either. You want to see how not impressive some drivers are? Go to an area with a roundabout and watch the mass confusion on everyone's face. Install a smart grid meter because it was an Obama thing. Wait, where I live, what did you what? What? With a shotgun? That kind of sounds like a lady in our neighborhood, though. Kind of. That's a different. No, it's not a long story. We have a lady in our neighborhood that says she would shoot people if they came in her yard. You can confirm that if you want to. I know you remember. Crazy heifer. I think they should really revamp the driver's license test. I think they give away driver's license too easy. I think you should have to be able to negotiate navigate a roundabout. Um, I don't know if they aren't teaching yield. What the deal? It's fairly simple. Just don't hit the car that's already in there. Just work your way into a gap. Yield. Don't hit the car. Go around. Take your exit, and you're free. It's pretty straightforward, but some people really panic. They work a lot better than stoplights when people use them correctly. But when people turn the roundabout into a four-way stop, then it doesn't work at all. Yeah, we've had a few incidents where people make their left turn into a roundabout. It doesn't seem possible, but people will make it happen. We have a couple of roundabouts that they open one exit down from the exit that we live at, and the police just sit and watch people and their confusion. It's just like they're just waiting for accidents. Is he asleep? Yeah, that is true. The younger generation of kids, they aren't as excited about getting driver's licenses in the first place. It's something that they're more than happy to wait for. And I guess if you grow up in a world where you can just call Uber to go somewhere, then it's not, and you have the freedom to be able to go wherever you want to. It's not that big of a deal. Mm, I think trucks that carry hazardous materials will probably be the last ones that are allowed to be autonomous. If you have an autonomous truck and you're carrying, I believe it's explosives, there's certain areas you're not even allowed to drive, so you need a special GPS. Like you can't go through. I believe it's tunnels and maybe it's some bridges they can't go over. I know it's tunnels they can't go over for one. That's true. Working a summer job probably won't be enough to get someone their own car. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't yelling too loud. Is he? I think he's waking up. Uh oh. Oh, that's terrible. I remember seeing a wreck. I don't remember how long ago it was, but there was ice on the roads, and there was a tanker, and it was like it was backed up, and the tanker just slid and hit the cars in front of it, blew up, and then all the cars just kept coming, and it was sliding, and it was just going right into it. It was terrible. That's why I don't deal with ice. Our special guest is back because our other special guest has gone to sleep. We should be getting the Powerwall in March, maybe to mid 2018, depending on whenever they want to send it. We got one in the referral program for last year. Also, not sure what happens with the referral program after this session ends.
I'm surprised to see 17 people still going strong. You guys are the real MVPs.
Yeah, y'all the real MVPs. It kind of goes up and goes down.
That's good.
It's still a lot. It's more than what we used to get just because it's so many subscribers.
Yeah.
That number really blew up fast.
We like entertainment.
Oh,
Your battery is so low. How is it going know. Is it plugged in? Is it plugged in over there?
Oh.
Oh, God. Let's see what happens when I'm not here.
Is it plugged in?
I don't know. Save the stream. Yeah, it's plugged in.
That doesn't sound. Okay.
Lord. Well, at any moment, we can cut off dramatically.
Yeah. Apparently the phone may not be charging.
Y'all, to say we got all this,
Get you tuned.
to say we got all this technology, we got some sucky iPhone chargers. Yeah. Apple need to do better with these chargers.
I miss the old chargers. I can get those chargers on the cheap, and they would work pretty well.
Let's see.
These lightning cables, I have to spend extra money and get one that really doesn't work any better than the old ones.
Not sure how smart it is to dig tunnels in California.
The fault lines?
And I didn't see movies. Was San Andreas? Man.
I have multiple movies like that.
California. Break off.
You know what? Every movie in California, you know what happens? The Golden Gate Bridge is destroyed. In all of those movies, like those disaster movies, they always go after the Golden Gate Bridge. Like they hate the Golden Gate Bridge, or the people who do the graphics design. They have like a thing for destroying the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, I tell you what, half of California gonna drop into the ocean.
Just drop into the ocean?
Just drop.
You know, people probably say the same thing about us.
Well, we doing a slow sink.
This is the water rises. And...
Yeah, it's a slow flood. You know. Slowly but surely, we're gonna drown. Yeah, the tunneling idea is a place that is a lot of earthquakes. Is not too bright in my view. I think you said it. I listened a lot about people talk about getting rid of truck drivers. It makes me mad. How greedy can one get?
I think that's gonna be a while. I think at if trucks do get to a point where they can drive themselves, I think drivers will move more into a role of probably still backing the trucks in and doing stuff like that, and also more unloading, and probably the days of paying lumpers to unload your trailer like some over-the-road truckers do, that might be over, and the driver will be expected to do all the unloading and stuff like that.
You don't have the stream anymore, Gene?
Are we still alive?
That was awesome.
We made it. Yeah?
Wait.
Hey. Hello? What grade are we in? What grade are we in?
I don't know, but that was awesome. We obviously never known this until today. What made you choose the Model S over waiting for the Model 3?
Mostly impatience. I got the feeling that the tax credits would be expiring.
I get a call one day, or text message. Hey, I think the tax credits might go away whenever we do get a new president. I'm just going to go ahead and get in my car now.
The state tax credit did go away, though. The Louisiana state tax credit dropped from like almost $8,000 to $1,500. So, bing.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just like, I need to get my car. He was almost right. Almost. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, see, all y'all are enabling him.
Because I know...
If
you watch the video, you know if I'm recording now, it being a year for me getting the car. I ordered the car in November of
Bye,
last
Edward.
year. I ordered the car like almost, I think within 10 days of the election.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he could have done anything, but I just love the text message that I got, and knowing to myself, he's asking me to order the car. He probably already has filled out all the paperwork to order the car.
Well, it saves, like when you configure a car, it saves it for you.
Whatever.
So when you come back to the Tesla website, it's there for you.
You were supposed to get the Model 3. You were supposed to get the Model 3. Then you sent me a text message. Then you probably had already filled out everything that you needed to fill out.
I didn't fill anything out.
He ain't right. He ain't right because I know him. I know him. Think of how much more room you have. So many activities.
So many activities. So many activities.
Man was prepared. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I think you sent me a text message along the lines of go ahead and order the car.
And, oh, it was ordered.
And it was ordered. Immediately.
He ain't right.
And that money couldn't have came out the bank fast enough.
No. Just preparing you guys. If this cuts off at any point in time, just know we tried.
Yeah, it says the phone is within 10% of dying. Wait, if we go offline, we might not upload.
Yeah, it's charging. It's just moving slow.
It's at 9% now.
Where is it? There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, did we miss anything?
If they would ever launch the pickup, I would have one tomorrow.
Look, Mr. T. Cooley 100, don't make me go scratch that Tesla up.
They showed the pickup truck.
He fell in love with a prettier girl, Tesla. Don't make me go cut.
They showed the pickup truck in the event, but I think everybody's. I don't know if anyone's sure if it was just Elon joking or if it was a real thing. It seemed like too big of a truck to be a real thing. It had a full pickup truck in the bed of the truck. It seemed a little. It did look a little strange.
It was an inside joke, man. Please,
he did seem serious. It seemed like a joke, but it didn't come off well on the live cast.
What was the joke?
He showed the picture of the Tesla pickup truck.
And what it looked like trash?
It looked really futuristic, and it had a full-size pickup truck in the back of it. So.
What kind of truck was that? A limousine truck?
It looked something more like the size of a U-Haul.
What people gonna do with that type of truck? Yeah, that sounds overcompensating. Yeah. We're gonna put another truck by another truck.
A lot of people were speculating that they would launch the pickup truck at the semi event because Elon had came out and said that the pickup truck was basically a smaller version of the semi, but they also, I think a lot of people thought the Model Y would be the next car after the Model 3, so it seemed like that could be the next thing. They made the Roadster the prize in the referral program, so that seemed like that could be the next thing. So yeah, they had a lot of ways they could have went. They could have even went with Supercharger 3.0, which I don't know if we're ever going to get, or will the Mega Charger be the thing, or will that just be something just for the semis?
So I read this and I laughed deeply.
What?
She's a respectable girl who would never try to come between you and Alex. And I went, Alex? And then Zach. Like, who's Alex? Like, when did I meet Alex? That was funny. I'm looking for this truck.
I don't know if I have a picture of it on my phone. No, that's not it. That's it. That's it right there with the truck in the bed.
This looks like a clown car.
Yeah, I love your first reaction to seeing something. You just
looks-
go, you just don't hold anything back.
This looks like a clown car. I feel like, you know what this looks like? Someone who's about to go off-roading / with a golf cart. Just it looks unreal. And yeah, I can see how this is a joke. I could definitely see how this is a joke. I could definitely see this being a joke.
I think the joke made more sense if you were there in person, but
I don't know what the Tesla pickup truck gonna look like.
it's hard to really tell when he's joking. He's somebody who lands rockets on bar chips. Like if you want to look at him and tell him something's not possible, but I'm not gonna look at Elon Musk and tell him he can't do something. So yeah, she's googling it right now. She's that's why she's laughing.
Such a clown car. It's a pickup truck that can carry a pickup truck.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. That it's definitely a joke and it's funny.
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people thought the Boring Company was a joke. I think that it was something he tweeted out. He was talking about traffic, and I think he was tweeting about just going under the traffic, and then all of a sudden, Boring Company. Elon is BAMF.
What is that?
She doesn't know what BAMF is. Don't write. BAMF.
My mind goes a bunch of different ways. I would rather someone just tell me because I'm thinking of some bad stuff.
Okay, you're probably on the right trail.
He has a rocket called a BMAF.
Look at it. BAMF.
I'm getting ready to say some bad words.
Which words are the bad words?
AMF.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Okay, he also has a rocket called the BFR.
Are you sure? You sure I got the BAMF right?
I think so.
Because I'm getting ready to say basic.
No.
Oh, okay. See?
Basic.
Yeah, basic.
B is bad.
Oh. I called it basic. He's a basic.
Why you gotta be so extra? You take it to the next level. Basic.
It's basic. Sorry.
Search Ford F650.
Ford F650?
You can find it first.
You will. Oh my god.
I think I've seen one of those. Yeah, I've seen those.
That's
some
a
of those.
freaking tow truck.
Those are more common in Louisiana than you would think, and definitely more than what is necessary.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine riding down the interstate in this big thing that someone can't keep in one lane?
Google strips them links. Are you trying to post links and the chat's not allowing you to post them? Because nobody has posted a link. And usually when people post links in the comments, sometimes I can't even click on them. And sometimes they get flagged and they end up getting lost because I don't always check the held for review section. My coworker has a H3 Hummer. I know in Louisiana, every time the gas prices go down, I don't pay attention to gas prices anymore. But I can tell when gas prices are down because the Hummers and the big lifted trucks
from?
they start coming out of the woodworks.
Who still
They
has
start
them?
coming out of nowhere.
Who is
You start
selling
seeing
them?
Hummers everywhere.
Where are they finding these Hummers? Who is selling these Hummers?
Nobody, not new ones, not anytime recently.
The flood didn't kill all of them?
I don't think you can kill a Hummer.
Jesus Christ.
You don't kill a Hummer.
Oh, serious question. When is the last time you went to a gas station, Zach, and for what?
The last time I went to a gas station was to put gas in her car.
I wish he'd do it again because I'm running low.
Things I don't have to worry about.
Jesus.
Do truck stops count? Because truck stops usually have gas stations. But that's not in my car, so...
Search Tesla pickup concept. Google image and look at the first red truck. Why is Zach trying to beat me with the search? He told me to do it.
Wait, I forgot what I was supposed to be searching for.
Truck concept.
I won. Red truck.
No, you didn't win.
I like the red truck.
I don't.
I like it. I like it more than the one that's supposed to be a joke.
I don't. I don't like it.
Why? It's too sporty.
No, it looks like that truck that Chevy stopped selling. That weird looking truck.
Which one? Not the convertible one.
Yeah, the convertible one.
That doesn't look like that one. That truck looked like
That truck
looked like a turtle with a tail.
That truck. This truck looks really weird. I do not see a lot of guys in Louisiana buying this. Just my honest opinion. It needs a lot more work. Yes, HHR, that's what it was.
Was it the HHR?
No, not wait. HHR is the station wagon.
You're thinking about the... Oh, it's this thing right here. It doesn't look like that.
Yes,
The
it does.
SSR.
SSR. Yeah. I know a guy in Texas that would buy one. I bet you I bet you there's a few guys in Texas and everywhere that would buy one. However,
I know a lot of people in Texas that got giant rims in their truck and they drive in zigzags in the road.
swinging them things.
They swinging.
I just think that, and I know it's not the official design, but it could possibly look something like that. I'm wondering how big it will be. Because there's Toyota.
Yeah.
Thinking of a full-size truck, I'm thinking of an El Camino. Yeah. I'm thinking there's Toyota Tacomas. And then there's a Silverado. There's a market for Tacomas and there's a market for Silverados. Which one will the Tesla fit in?
Or will they make more than one?
Or will they make more than one? Which one will they start with? Will they start with the Tacomas or will they start with the Silverados? I think what they're going to start off with is more of a Tacoma style. Um, I think Tacoma will do well for some of the, how do I say it? Definitely without offending anyone. For
It's like it's like work. It's like a truck that's good for like a kid that is going to college and he can put all his stuff in there and he can get his dorm room packed without renting a U-Haul or anything. And then there's a truck that's a work truck where you can throw the 4-wheeler in there. You can put all your tools in there. You can do anything.
I mean, yeah. I just think that in order to catch some of the, like he said, he doesn't like grills. You know, that's one of the big selling points of these trucks is that big old front grill that you see on all the Silverados and the Fords. They just love that big old silver grill.
That's also a big thing with Peterbilt's and Kenworths.
Yeah.
And the Tesla Semi isn't doing that, so they aren't bound to being like what everybody else is doing.
They do require a lot of cooling. That is true.
What?
Trucks. I don't know. I just have a feeling that the truck won't do as good as the car. Because I feel like a lot of people who think of Tesla, they're really like, big grill is like using a sock. I think a lot of people who actually are interested in Tesla, they're really, how do I say it? You guys are...
Don't you say it.
Geeky,
oh, no,
not in a bad way.
No,
you're technical savvy guys, and
no, you did not.
You like sleek. You like, you're not rough around the edges type of guys. So I don't see you guys with like a. I don't see Elon even understanding a big Silverado.
You didn't see the way Elon hopped out that semi on stage?
So you just discount the entire state of California. You just discount the entire state of California. I was in high performance tech once upon a time. I just think that a lot of people, they're really techie, really. Elon is a suburban gangster.
Let you dig yourself in that hole.
What? I think you guys are cool. I'm 6'1", 220, and I have 8-inch long beard. That's freaking awesome. But you're also from Texas, and I bet you don't find many people like you. Almost got suckered into a Class A license too. What's a Class A?
Class A's are wrong. Well, Class A's real. No, Class A is all what I have.
Oh.
I had to think about it.
I mean, I think you guys are cool. I'm getting a Tesla. I don't see nothing wrong with you. There are a lot of people that drive more sensible trucks. Yeah.
People in Louisiana drive their trucks weird. Like they buy these big old trucks, but they take them really gently over speed bumps and holes. But they drive super fast, like they wanted to drive a sports car.
But do you know
they do everything the opposite of what you would expect.
They were charging only $5,000 at the school I won't mention I went to. Louisiana's kind of weird all the way around. They are.
You talking about truck driving school?
Yeah.
Yeah, $5,000 to $10,000. That's about the rate. Is it DDA? Coastal?
Yeah. And Louisiana is weird because you'll see a lot of the females driving huge, big trucks that, like, golly, girl. And I mean, they just got out of the mud with them.
Hashtag feminism.
Hashtag feminism. Yeah, so, I mean, when I say, like, you won't get some of those tech-savvy guys, I mean, like, Zach is he's, like, the ironic person. He drives a truck, a huge, big diesel truck, and then he hops in a Tesla.
Yeah. You want some irony? or something you wouldn't expect. A couple days ago when it snowed here, I got out of my truck and I had to wipe the snow off of my Tesla so I can drive home and now live in Louisiana. None of those things.
None of those things fit. A 10-stall truck in a trailer repair shop. I mean, you guys are like
a trailer repair shop.
You guys are like, I mean, I don't know. I just think of Tesla. I think of clean. I don't see them hitting a certain market. And then I think it also has to do with just Tesla. People hearing the name and automatically associating it with electric. You in that electric car. People don't get, so we don't run off gas. That's the first thing you hear people say when Zach talks about his car.
And people might talk about Elon Musk and his environmental agenda.
Yeah, that's the next line you get. They're going to fly off the shelves. They aren't going to fly off the shelves.
And there are some people who won't buy a truck unless they can rig it so it blows black smoke out of the pipes.
Yeah. It's that faux smoke.
Roll code. Roll code.
That is very insane. I was behind somebody the other day and I was like, oh my God. Everything will become electric except for rockets. True.
Yeah, spill, baby, spill. I don't want to go back to the Gulf.
Yes. It'll be like the semi. Big companies will be early adopters based on cost, and individuals will experience them in work, and then they'll get it. Possibly. That's the goal, I would think. They'll fall in love with it. Especially the truck drivers will fall in love with it, and they'll say, hey, this is kind of nice. I'm going to go get me a truck.
I think they will too, because once you're inside the truck, the only thing you're thinking about is how comfortable the ride is, and is the truck pulling the way it needs to pull. It was the same way with automatic transmission. The older drivers hated the idea of being in a truck with an automatic transmission, and this is something that just came around the last couple of years, maybe the last 5 to 8 years. And there were drivers that at my job that were talking about quitting it. They got put in an automatic truck because they didn't want to be in an automatic truck. And now they're like, it's okay.
They can't drive without an automatic truck at this point. They've become so adjusted and like, so baby.
Oh, wait, I'm not going up and down gears over and over again in traffic. This isn't bad.
I don't know. I think we still have a major learning curve in Louisiana to get by. In a few other states. But once we do get there,
is it possible to own what for $700?
I'm assuming a Tesla.
A car?
A Tesla car.
A Model 3, I think.
Hey, you can get a used one, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, the inventory on the used cars is slim right now. I'm guessing that's because maybe a lot of people are getting them for Christmas presents and surprises and stuff like that.
Am I getting one for Christmas?
No, you are not. Sorry. Hey, I'm not even going to lead you on to make you think. Not even going to lead you on. Yes, either people are buying them up for the end of the year, or Tesla is limiting the inventory so they can sell more of their new vehicles.
Forget Tesla. Don't put the camera on me.
I love you.
Total disrespect. That song send up about the box. Search Google Tesla. Use CPO. Google Tesla use CPO.
I think there's a website. It's like EV CPO. Do I still have it bookmarked? I have a whole bookmarks folder just full of Tesla websites I go to. It probably has more pages on here than any of the other. Yeah. It's ev-cpo.com/hunter. That's the website I always look at.
Can you go over your video about how you afforded it on a normal income? Okay, that's all you. Go over how you afforded it. A brief overview of how you afforded your Tesla on a normal income.
First thing, I think the amount I financed was $66,000. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. So I had the payment on that, and I think it was about $1,000 a month. I paid that through the end of the year. I got my state tax return back and the federal tax return back. Put all of that toward the car, and then I refinanced the car, and I got a lower rate because it was such a high equity amount. I didn't get the best rate with the I think it was Align. I think.
Yes, Align.
Align is the company that Tesla kind of recommends. So I refinanced and went with a local company, and I got a free Yeti cooler for refinancing my car. So yeah, so at that point I was down to like I think maybe 40,000, and I've been using all the Uber money I make, and I've been putting that toward the car, and usually that's good for a couple $100 a month. And like any extra I have at the end of the month, I put it toward the car. I'm trying to just have it knocked out quickly. So the payment is still about $1,000 a month, but I've been paying close to $3,000 a month trying to get it knocked out. I think after I make a payment in a couple of days, I'll be at about $29,000 left to pay off. I think I've got the car at 66. I bought my car right before the price went up $2,000 in November of last year. I don't know if I feel comfortable telling someone whether they should lease or buy. I don't really know a whole lot about leasing. Her car is the first real experience I have with leasing a car. I guess there are advantages with flexibility. You can kind of bring it back, or you don't really have to worry about any long-term issues with the car.
I mean, you constantly have a new car. You don't have to worry about the car. Hopefully you don't have to worry about the car.
But one thing about her car, we was able to get a really good deal, a really low payment monthly. Tesla's lease payments aren't a lot cheaper than the financing. So I would probably lean towards buying the car because they hold their value really well. So if you're fine with selling the car on your own, then when you're ready to upgrade for another car, then I think that would be a better deal.
Are you happy with your decision to buy?
Yep.
I could have told y'all that one. That's dedication. I plan on putting down a sizable amount, $30K, and paying extra each month. At the end of the day, leasing means you lose every dollar. Yeah.
Be honest. And then you have to pay a huge down payment for a Tesla lease, and it's a huge monthly payment. And especially if you're one who wants autopilot or something like that on the car, because then you're really just paying that for someone else to have it.
Yep.
Especially full self-driving. I really hope nobody who leased a Model S, and who went out and bought it last year.
Fully stopped.
who went out and bought it last year once they announced full self-driving, and they got the full self-driving software and they added it to the car, and if it's like a 2-3 year lease, they might never get to use it, because full self-driving is a lot further out than people think. I mean, it looked really cool on the video, and with the guy having the car bring him to work and drop him off at the front door, which is a really awesome feature. But I don't know how many times that car ran that exact same route and had issues. This feels like an office. We got a lot of screens going on in here. Are y'all dinks? I don't know what a dink is.
Dual income, no kids.
We're dual income foster parents.
So technically
dual
no
income,
kids.
no kids. I have never heard the term dinks before.
That's because I don't know.
You think I was? I mean, that seemed like something I would hear all the time. Dinks. Hope I don't forget it.
Blame Reddit.
FOTB.
Y'all killing me with the acronyms. I'm not up to date.
Well, I'm still getting dinks, and I'm trying to say it over and over again in my head so I don't forget it because I like it.
So don't mess up.
Dual income, no kids.
At first, I thought those were fighting words. I know. I had to look
when he
up
said
from my
dinks,
phone.
I'm like,
I had to look up from my phone. Like, what?
so it's like that now. We dinks now.
I thought you said it wrong, and I was like, wait.
Can you take the battery? I don't know if my hand is.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. The phone has dropped down to 2%. The second percentile.
Yeah, yeah. We about to. See, and that's what it means.
Yeah, people really love the cars. A lot of them think that I accidentally entered in the wrong car. Like they think it was supposed to be a maybe Nissan instead of Tesla, or
Wrap it up.
what's another, like a Mazda something instead of Model S, or like people are like legit shocked when they see the car pull up. I've had people jumping up and people leave out the car like, oh, this made my day. I didn't feel like going to work, but now I do.
Okay, guys, we definitely have to go.
Yeah, because this phone is gonna die, and I think if I let it die, it's not gonna upload the video. So, yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the description if you like the shirts from the other YouTuber, and
Saying everybody bye. Everybody started hurrying up and saying bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
And
Referral in the link. Hit
yeah.
subscribe. Come back.
Yeah, we'll put all the normal referrals and stuff in the links. I also have Uber and Lyft codes in the links too if you use those.
We will do more.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Save the video.